Alrighty. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Monday morning. I hope everybody had a really good weekend. And I am joined today by Sonia. I didn't even ask you how to pronounce your last name.
Kavanagh.
Kavanagh. That's it. Okay.
Kavanagh.
Thank you. And you can probably tell we are wearing matching shirts. And that was not intentional, but I think it adds a nice little touch. So just before we get going, I'll just cover a couple of housekeeping things just as a reminder for you guys who are going to be watching. There is a bit of a lag between us speaking and you getting it on Facebook. So sometimes if we ask, have you got any questions, there's going to be a little bit of a lag before your questions pop up. If you do put a question on there, can you add your name for me? Because BeLive doesn't sort of tell me who you are unless you've got a BeLive account. So if you could just say, hey, Penny here. I have a question, and then off you go. I will have a periodical look on my phone to see if there's any that I'm missing. But apart from that, we will get going. All right. So welcome, Sonia. Thank you so much for being willing to take some time out of your day to join us this morning.
Thank you, Penny. It's a pleasure, and thank you for inviting me.
That's good.
Yeah.
All right. So
glad to be here.
Tell me a little bit about, who you are, where you are, and what you do as a counsellor.
Okay, so I live on the Central Coast in New South Wales and been married for, 33 years or something like that, and 2 adult children. One's about to have a baby in February, and my first grandchild coming up. And yeah, so I started counselling probably about 5 years ago and quickly got into the NDIS space, kind of fell into it really. But however, my background has always been in community aged care work and disability support work. So it was not an unfamiliar space for me to go into, but apart from that, just building my private practice like all counsellors do, just trying to not give up, keep going. And just loving what I do, just loving being able to provide that safe space and for people to find emotional healing and support. So just absolutely love what I do. And also, my church background has been largely in pastoral care work as well, and supporting people emotionally and practically in all sorts of ways. And I've loved that season of my life as well.
Awesome. All right. Yeah. So I've just noticed that on my end, you've got a lovely shade of green sort of over the screen. Can you see that on your screen, Sonia?
A shade of green?
Yeah. Is it coming through your end? Because it doesn't seem to be coming through on Facebook. So I was just checking that. There seems to be a green haze over your screen. Now it's gone. Okay, that's good. I was just making sure you weren't coming through like the whole
let me know if I need to
all over on Facebook. That's good. No, you're not. That's good. I'm just watching as we do it. All right. So, So the purpose today is just to talk a little bit, I guess, about the NDIS. Sorry, my phone's falling off the thing at the same time. I guess today I'd like to sort of just talk some people through the basics, of if they're interested in what this NDIS is, because a lot of people may not even know, much about it at all, except that it services people under the National Disability Scheme. And so if people were interested in tapping into becoming a provider for the NDIS and adding that to their business, I guess, how did you go about doing that, and sort of what I guess could you sort of tell people today about that process?
Sure. Well, I started before the audit process came in. So I just went online and applied to become a provider. And I got stuck at one point, so I just left it. I thought, this is too hard. And then someone from the NDIA actually called me and said, hey, I noticed you started an application. Have you, do you need help? And I said, well, yes, I do. And so they helped me at that stage. And I think that gave me a little bit of trust in the scheme and the agency that they were there to help me. And after that, I just had a flyer and I put on that I was a provider. And I dropped it off to one organisation, a support coordinator there. And for some reason, he just kind of liked me and he just started giving me referrals. But I